So I will try to stick to my speech because I passed it on to the translators as well. Okay, my first line says, "Good morning." So for many years, I carried the deep conviction that this book needed to be written. And by the way, if poetry is the request here, you're getting some more this morning. Yes, I carried this deep conviction that this book needed to be written. The stories needed to be told. I needed to speak of the unsung heroes, many of whom are in this room this morning, whose lives point unmistakably to God, who lives and moves in and through a people he consecrated to himself. The flame to write this book was quiet at first, but it grew steadily, fueled by encouragement from friends both inside and outside the ICP mission. When the 40th anniversary began to take shape, it felt like the right time. So at Pentecost last year, the International Council invited me to give myself to this task. For the book to be launched today, I had just 8 months to write it before sending it to the publisher. 8 months. I was blessed to team up with an accomplished writer, A.G. Harman, brilliant, skilled, and someone who fully grasped the spirit and soul of the ICP mission. Our collaboration was intense, but very rewarding. Drafts and emails flew across time zones, day and night, as the book slowly took shape. From the beginning, I knew this wouldn't be a simple chronology. So I chose to frame the book around 12 powerful stories, each one a window into the character, mission, and vision of the ICP mission. But I wanted to do more. If this were to be the one book that represents who we are, it had to do more than just inform. It had to facilitate an encounter with God, to spark reflection, to awaken the soul, to stir law-abiding but dormant Christians into the richness of a life lived extravagantly for God. It needed to speak to the cry of today's men and women who are rich in everything, yet aching for meaning. And it had to be written with care, with beauty, a work of literary value. So if you're expecting a history book, this one might surprise you. But if you're ready for the adventure of journeying with missionary disciples from all across the world, people who dared to step out of the boat to walk on water, this book is your invitation. And if you're willing to meet those whose lives are forever changed by the joy of interdependence in community, if you can embrace the triumphs and trials as witness to God's faithfulness, if you're ready to surrender and be aligned with a plan greater than your imagination, then the stories in this book are waiting for you. These missionaries, whose stories I've had the privilege of documenting, now invite you into their world, so that you too may go beyond the cocoon of comfort, pull on your boots, and walk into the muddy soil of this world to meet the lonely, the wounded, the lost, and hopeless, and to show them that they too are the beloved of the Lord, of boundless grace and mercy. As a mission, this book serves many purposes. To inform, yes, but more than that, to inspire a deeper reflection on our roots, our identity, and our relevance to the times we live in. Early next year, I hope to launch an online reading club through the book's website to facilitate deeper engagement with the book's themes. This is also a book to be shared with collaborators, friends, and the bishops under whose care we serve across the world. Above all, this book is meant to be a tool of evangelization, a book that delights even as it provokes, a book that brings God closer. And finally, I dedicate this book to you, all of you here and across the world, who have lived these stories with your whole heart. You are the reason I could write. Because you lived with courage, integrity, and reckless love for the Lord, I had something true to tell. So I dedicate this book to your faithfulness, your creativity, your resilience in hard times, to your choice to build bridges instead of walls, to your choice to forgive 70 times 7, to your trust and your tireless witness, to your ordinary lives offered on his altar, becoming bread for the hungry and the weary of our world. This book is yours. You, each of you, is the story that keeps being written of the ICPE mission. Thank you.